Hello Australia, welcome to episode 707 of The Couch. On the show today we've got the team in with Simone Springer with Questionable, Pony and Alexander are in as well. Ranger Red's coming in and he's got a special pet for us to meet from Red Zoo. Later on we talk about What's on Perth with Belinda Cipriano. We're looking at the new movie Star Dreaming with the director and the producer of the movie. Talking 5-star customer service with Chris Smoyer. And then later on we're talking movies with Paul Elwin. Music wise we've got Style performing for us. It is The Couch. 707 starts now.
It's showtime on the couch. It's showtime on the couch. You can see it from your house. You can see it from your house. It's showtime on the couch with Fred. And the best in town. You can see it from your house. Yeah, it's showtime on the couch. Oh, oh, oh.
Bear with me today. I have my voice is not Freddy Krueger, but it does sound a little bit hoarse, but I'm okay. All right, let's get straight into the show today. We've got the fabulous team. They are amazing. They run comedy shows all around Western Australia, hopefully all around Australia one day when the borders open. But today, Simone Springer is back with another Questionable. Over to you, Simone.
Thanks so much for having me, Fred. So today, Questionable on the Couch, the question is, are Australians getting dumber? I'm joined by comedians and experts in all things dumb, Pony Knox and Alexander Sacosta.
Yes. Thank you, Simone. Thank you for having us. It's a very important topic.
No problem.
Yes.
Well, so the question is today, are Australians getting dumber? And if TikTok is anything to go by, I think we're on our way up. What do you guys think? Pony?
Well, I just got back from Broome and I saw a sign and it said, "Do not touch the crocodiles." So obviously someone's been touching crocodiles.
So that means people are smart? Or...
Yeah, they're really smart up there. Yeah.
Alex, what do you think?
Well, I actually had a nightmare last night that my TikTok account was deleted. And when I woke up, I was so relieved that I don't actually have a TikTok account because that's just horrifying to me.
I'm so happy for you both.
Yes,
for you both.
thank
And
you.
I'm glad that you made it back and you
you.
didn't touch the crocodiles.
Thank you.
Well done. So Australian achievement trends in reading, science and maths are all trending down. Do you guys think that's a problem or do you guys think we just need to Netflix and chill?
I mean, relax. I mean, who needs to be able to read or write or speak or remember things?
We've got phones in our pockets to do all that.
I mean, haven't you heard of Wikipedia? I mean, come on now. What, we need to, learn? It's 2021. We don't have to learn anything. It's like, welcome to the new millennium.
That's
is a millennium like 2000?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
You can ask Siri.
Hashtag happy birthday.
So Alex, do you consider yourself a smart person?
Yes, me, smart, very, very, university degrees. 2.
Do you? In
Yes.
what?
I have a Bachelor of Laws and a Bachelor of English and Creative Arts.
Oh, yes.
my
gosh.
You'll be able to use them.
Yeah.
Plenty of skills.
And now, so that's obviously helping you a lot in your current profession.
Yes,
which
TV
is-
presenting and modelling.
I'm so glad.
Smart.
Oh, thank God.
was-
6.5 years.
You're so smart. That was money well spent at uni. And what about you, Pony?
Yeah, I'm a teacher, okay? So we've actually had to change the grading system. Like, A is like, he's advanced. B, gave it your best shot. C, had a crack. D, do better next time. F, participation certificate. you did it. Like you could be so dumb, but no one's allowed to know anymore. It's a secret.
we can't say it. We have to use other terms for it. It's just
Everyone's
like-
equal. Everyone's
Yeah.
got strengths. Like when I did maths, we were seated in order of how good you were at maths.
Right.
So all the numbnuts sat at the back,
And
just
got-
staring at the wall. And I know there were 835 bricks on the back wall.
Oh, because the desk was faced the other way.
So I'm so glad that
we
we have an expert in,
Yeah, well, we
in
don't wanna-
maths right here.
It's
Amazing.
about not leaving anyone behind, kind of just dragging us all with you.
Oh, no, I get you. I get you. Okay. So in 2019, there was a study that showed which countries were the cleverest? That's right, that term was actually used. And it's based on Nobel Prize rankings, past IQ rankings,
Right.
and present school test rankings.
Right.
And they showed the top 25 countries.
Right.
Do you guys want to hazard a guess at who was number one?
Okay, I'm going to say a Scandinavian country. I just feel like they get everything right all the time. Norway, Sweden, probably other ones that I don't know.
It would
Okay.
have to be Australia.
It would have to be Australia. You think we're the smartest country? Okay, all right. Well, we are the most sunburnt country. It was Japan. Japan was
Okay.
number one.
Yes.
Followed by Switzerland, China, then USA. Got to say that one did shock me a little bit. And then I
Yes.
remembered they have a very wide immigration policy, and I was like, that
Right.
makes sense. That
Yes.
put them in the number 4. Then there's Netherlands, Russia, Belgium. Do you
Yes.
want to guess where Australia was on the top 25 cleverest countries?
Just tell us.
It was
hurts my
18.
brain.
18. We were 18, and below us was Norway, Sweden, France, and Singapore.
Really?
That I
Wow.
was thoroughly surprised by
Yeah.
that also. So, do you think that our number would have been higher in the past?
I think so. It feels like we
Surely.
used to create a lot more things. Like the Hills Hoist was Australian, the Bionic Ear, the Fred Hollows was an Australian gentleman who invented like the first kind of eye surgeries and things like that.
I've got to say, right now, you're looking quite smart, Alex. Well done.
No, me, dumb. Put me more on TV.
Good Siri asking.
Yeah. So it's kind of interesting to kind of see. I think as we've trended downwards, it's just like we keep going this way. So it's kind of worrying that like, oh, it's getting worse and we're spending more money than ever before.
Yeah, I know. But on what? So, do you guys think it's just Australians getting dumber, or is it across the whole world?
Yes, it's
it's
Siri.
hard.
Let's blame it on Siri.
Yeah, it's the internet's fault.
Yes.
So what you're trying to say is there's a few smart people creating these things that is
Yeah.
allowing the rest of us to just let our brains turn to mush.
Yes.
Basically, and I feel like if you have like just a modicon of intelligence, you're basically a genius compared to the rest of us.
The fact
Yes.
that you even use the term modicon.
Modicon.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
yeah.
I read it on a cereal box.
We're now going to follow Alex for president. Okay. But there are people out there who can lip sync and dance at the same time. So maybe
yes.
we're getting a little smarter.
I mean, that is a transferable skill. I mean, you could use that on Drag Race. You could use that on Drag Race All Stars. You could use that on Drag Race Australia. MasterChef All Stars.
All the favourite.
Love Island.
So who's to fault? Do you think it's parents, teachers, the Kardashians, the Real Housewives of Stupid County? Who is it?
I think all of them.
all of the above,
they're put higher up than anyone else.
Yeah,
Like a
so-
teacher, it's like, she just comes.
Oh,
and-
don't pay teachers. Don't make
No.
it difficult to become a teacher. Never mind about that. Under-resource the schools, but
Let's find the farmer a wife.
yeah, the farmer needs a
it's
wife,
important.
everyone.
It's more
This
important.
is Australia's problem. All those unlucky in love farmers.
That's shocking. Do you want to hear a shocking fact?
Yes.
The most intelligent person in Australia right now is a 13-year-old. 13-year-old. His IQ is 168,
Right.
which is more than what Stephen Hawking, renowned physicist,
Right.
his IQ. So what do you think about that? Just to be clear, I'm so smart I can't even pronounce his name. I think it's Sharvanjender. I can't say it. So
He's no
the
Barry.
fact that he had to spell and pronounce his name at a young age, I feel like gave him that advantage to really get up there.
Yes.
I've got a solution, Simone. Just remove all the warning labels and let the problem solve itself.
Bunnings.
And what about people like Paris Hilton? Okay, so people used to say she was dumb. She's worth 300 million.
Yes.
However, her dad is worth 4.5 billion.
And
So
that's
are we
a
trending
bigger number
down?
than the other one?
It is slightly
Right.
larger, yes.
Right.
Yeah. So are we trending? We're trending down.
Yes. No. True. False. Canberra. What is Jeopardy? Wait.
A.
A. We're going to lock in
Yeah,
A.
all of the above.
Simone.
Okay, it wasn't a multiple choice, but thank you both. So the final question is, guys, are Australians getting dumber?
No. We aren't. With an apostrophe.
I've got to chat with Siri.
Yeah.
I can't answer anything anymore.
These are hard questions, and we don't have the
Really?
hard answers. So really,
Wrong show.
Oh,
Yeah.
No questions.
Well, before we go, I want to tell you one more fact. 40% Australia is 40% more productive in agricultural business and mining. So is that a reflection of Australia?
Miners, they dig holes and they play with rocks. So yes, they should be paid so much more than a teacher. Yes, it's really perfect.
Yeah.
Ah, I see. Yes. So you think it is because they're smarter and not just because we have more land and more stuff to mine?
Just
What is land if not space where people walk, Simone?
All right, you heard it from us. Who knows?
That was
We
smart.
might be dumber. I know certainly here on the couch we are. Thank you so much, Fred. What do you think? Do you think we're getting dumber?
I am actually going to upgrade you all to A with one simple question.
Yes.
Nobody would have known this answer a year ago. I only want the first name. Who is the Premier of New South Wales?
Glenys someone.
Berejiklian. Gladys Berejiklian.
Yes, you were close.
Did I say
You-
Gladys?
You said Gladys.
Gladys Berejiklian.
Did you know it was Gladys?
no, no,
Okay.
no idea.
Well, there you go. Maybe you're
Who
right.
cares? We know about Mark McGowan.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yay.
Yes. They are the questionable team. If you want more information, don't forget you can go to Simone's website, which is, of course, SimoneSpringer.com. It's on screen right now, and you can follow her on Facebook as well, and all the team from there. You can link into them as well. All right, we've got a fantastic young band performing for us today. Their names are Slide. They're doing a Harry Styles song called Falling, just like me, over there.
I'm in my bed and you're not here, and there's no one to blame but the drink in my wandering hands. Forget what I said, it's not what I meant, and I can't take it back. I can't unpack the baggage you left. What am I now? What am I now? What if I'm someone I don't want around? I'm falling again, I'm falling again, I'm falling. What if I'm down? What if I'm out? What if I'm someone you won't talk about? I'm falling again, I'm falling again, I'm falling. You said you cared, and you miss me too. And I'm well aware I write too many songs about you. And the coffee's out at the Beachwood Cafe, and it kills me 'cause I know we've run out of things we can say. What am I now?
Well done to the Slide Band. You can catch them on wemma.com.au, and they'll be back a few other bands throughout the year, later in the year actually, maybe September, October, later this month. All right, let's talk what's on Perth with her back in the studio. It is Belinda Cipriano. Welcome back.
Hello, Fred. Good to be back.
Nice to have you back. You've got 7 big events coming up.
You're going to have to remind me because I've got this here and I haven't got my glasses on.
I tell
so
you what,
have
the
to
Perth Hills Artisan Markets. What are they all about?
So the Perth Hills Artisan Markets in Mundaring is coming September 12th, it is. So basically it's a beautiful market where local artists, creatives are selling their wares. There'll be beautiful food as well. It's free. And don't we love the word
I like
free?
The word free.
Free. So take your family out to the hills. Enjoy a day out at the Perth Hills.
What a great
Artisan
event to start
Market.
the segment off.
Yes.
Now, you've got Sneakers and Jeans.
So Sneakers and Jeans, they're holding the Cocktail Trail.
What's a cocktail trail? Because I'm trying to think.
Okay.
Is it a trail you go on and you drink at the same time?
Yes, it is. So I like the idea of Sneakers and Jeans. Put your sneakers and jeans on and off you go and head out to these 4 places that they've actually listed here as part of this cocktail trail are 4 of my most favourite places in Perth.
Wow.
So you've got Hadika, you have the Flower Factory, you got Cabalitos, and you have also got Varnish on King. Yeah, so they're 4 of my favourites. It's $70. Now you might think $70 for cocktails. Well, $20 a cocktail. And times that by 4, plus they match it with bites to eat.
How many hours did you say the cocktails go for?
I know, right? No, I think it's a cocktail each stop, and then you get a matching
all right.
bite.
$70 is
$70,
good.
$70. Now they're doing this Thursday, Friday, Saturday for the month of September. Bookings are definitely essential, and I think this is where me and my girls will be heading this month for sure.
And we do have all the booking details and websites on screen.
Yes.
As we are talking about this great event.
Yep.
Now, tiptoe through the tulips.
Tiptoe through
My
the
voice isn't as good, but yours is
tulips.
not bad. To the Araluen Botanic Park.
Yeah. Now, what better time to head out to Araluen Botanical Gardens?
I've never been there.
Are you joking?
No, I'm serious.
What?
Never,
It is the
ever.
most beautiful. I mean, it's beautiful anyway, but heading out there in spring is the most beautiful time of the year, I think, to check out the tulips. 150,000 tulips currently in bloom.
Wow, that could take me all year.
And then they've got, I think, 36,000.
How good if you're a photography person.
I know.
Just go out and take some beautiful photos.
All those influencers going out there and strutting their stuff.
Like
so
it.
you can go and enjoy a meal there at the Healy Chalet Cafe, I think it is. The Healy Cafe. $15 for admission. Now they charge that now. They didn't used to charge
That's not a lot, but-
No, but of course it's the maintenance of the garden.
Correct.
So they charge $15 for adults, $10 for children. If you don't want to go and enjoy a meal at the cafe, take your own picnic and enjoy a day out with the family.
Now,
Cheap
what's
and cheaper.
happening in the Wanneroo Sports and Social Club?
So-
There's something happening with, is it Dr. Bogus?
Dr. Bogus. Have you ever seen Dr. Bogus
Yes,
live?
every night on the news, talking about COVID.
Dr. Bogus is fantastic. I love Dr. Bogus. They are local legends, good rock band, performing all over Perth. And
Dancing shoes. Have you been there?
To who?
Have you been to this event before?
No, I haven't. I haven't been to the Wanneroo Sports and Social Club, but I have seen Dr. Bogus live. I've actually seen them in Mindarie, and they are brilliant. And I have to give a shout out to one of my former colleagues, Monique McLennan. She is one of the lead singers of Dr. Bogus.
Do you know what we
and
need
she's
you
brilliant.
to do? We've got to invent Bellcam, where you take your phone to all these events and take some footage
Of me.
and then edit it, of course, and then give it to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Sounds fantastic.
Yeah, $20. That gets you in to see the band. But then, of course, they're serving food and drinks. So go in, support your local sports and social club because that's important, you know, and enjoy a night out.
Now, this one's interesting. Perth's, is it booty battle? I thought it said body, but it is booty.
Can you twerk it
Look at this body.
and reverse it?
I don't even have to try. Everything twerks.
The Booty Battle Championships
Oh.
are coming back to Perth.
Obviously, they're not selling any food.
At the Eland Dance School in Perth. This I thought was a little bit cheeky, pun intended. And I thought you'd love
cracked me up.
it. I know, right? But have you ever seen a twerk before?
No.
I'm not going to do it, but it's
How
quite
do you
fun.
do it?
I ain't going to show you.
I'm going to have to ask our
Any
floor
of the
manager's
crew know?
doing it.
Yeah.
Come on, Abby, come over here and do one. Go on. It's different.
Do you think Abby could battle
Well,
it out?
clearly she
Shake
can.
what her mama gave her
Yeah.
for a title of Booty Battle Champion.
How much do you win?
I don't even even know what the prize is, but it's been happening for a couple of years and it is back. So I think it'd be a fun one to get down to.
What a great event to go to.
And I don't know what it was. I was like, Fred would love this. He would absolutely love this. So
Fred would love breakfast at McDonald's. Fantastic. Now, can I just say, tickets are only $25 if you buy them online, apparently.
Exactly,
and
exactly.
$30 at the door.
So if you want to see Perth's best twerkers,
Yep.
head on down to the Booty Battle
I think
Championship.
the next one's more my type.
I mean,
Food trucking for
a cause.
Food trucking for a cause. Yeah, because
Yeah,
I'm
it's a
hungry.
mouthful. Yeah, food trucking for a cause. So
Ooh,
you know how
September
much.
25th.
Yep. So long weekend.
Yep.
Everyone loves a long weekend.
We do.
So get on down. So these guys go all over the state, but they're heading down to the Dawesville foreshore. Now they are raising money for Riding for
Correct,
the disabled.
disabled charity.
So go out, enjoy a meal,
Mm-hmm.
have a drink, and then there'll be people shaking tins. So put some money.
Please be generous to them.
Yes, they do amazing things riding for
fantastic
the
people.
disabled. So, and to finish off the month,
The skin colour frenzy.
the colour, the 5K colour frenzy it is. So it used to be the colour run.
Oh, it's not skin, it's 5 kilometre.
5K.
Oh, you really have picked things I'm never going to be able to do. 5 kilometres,
So
5 metres is my
hop,
limit.
twerk, run, walk,
I'll be
skip, whatever
dead.
you. And it basically is raising money for animal rescues all over Australia.
The cause is good.
Yeah, it is. It's a
I'd
lot
be
of fun.
dying for a
I've
good
done the
cause.
colour run. It's at Perry Lakes and it's
This is where they throw all those colours all over.
Yes, and you find colour on you for weeks in places
our
you never
crew
thought
should
that
go
you'd
to
find
this.
it. Oh, I think that'd be
I'd
great.
love to be part of the committee organising it.
Well, yes, it is a good time. I enjoyed it, but like I said, I found colour on
Yeah.
me for weeks and weeks
Oh,
afterwards.
look, it looks incredibly
Yeah,
fun, but
yeah.
very messy.
Yeah, you know, it is
$27.50.
definitely, yeah, $27.50, and it does go to all the animal refuges across Australia.
You've done very well. Now, I know
Thank you.
you've got a party to get to.
I do.
You
I've
are
got
such
a
busy-
disco party.
Yep, are you going to be doing a bit of twerking?
I've got my John Travolta move ready to
Staying
go.
alive.
Yes,
Hey,
so
are you an ABBA fan?
I am. I'm
Did you see
excited.
their brand new
yes,
songs?
yes. And
I think they are amazing.
Me too.
I can't wait. I hope we can get to England
Yeah.
because it'll be one thing I've always wanted
that?
to do, and I hope to go to England to see the
Perth,
avatars.
Perth direct to London.
We should try
Let's
and get
do
a
it.
sponsorship deal. We'll
And we'll
cover
go.
it.
Qantas.
You report, I'll co-host, and I'll enjoy it. Thank you, Belinda
Thank you
Cipriano.
for the music, ABBA, huh?
Thank you very much for the music. If you want more information, check out Belinda's website, belindacipriano.com. Everything there is on screen right now. Check it out. Hire her. Write to her. Send her your events if you wanted
Yes,
to cover
absolutely.
it. Have
Always
a
looking.
wonderful night.
Thank you,
We'll see you in a
Fred.
couple of weeks' time.
You definitely will. Have a good weekend.
We'll be back with Red Zoo after this and more. You're watching episode 707 of The Couch. See you then. Welcome back to The Couch. Always a buzz when we have our next guest in the studio. Ranger Red is in from Red Zoo here in Mandurah, WA. Welcome back.
Thanks, Fred, and thanks for having us.
Always nice to have you here. Now, I know it's been quite rainy over here in Perth. We've had a lot of wet season, haven't we?
We have. So we've had one of the wettest winters in 28 years, I believe. And because of the zoo's location and we're in a lower water table, we have received a lot of water. So
Yep. So we want people to go out and support the zoo, please. Remember that this is not a government zoo. It relies on people's business and also donations. So someone like the people behind mining, Rio Tinto, etc., please support this fantastic zoo, Red Zoo. Now, Red, you've got a couple of guests with us today.
yeah, so I've got Frankie the Frogmouth and I've got Harvey the Southwestern Carpet, because I'm here today not just to talk about the zoo, but here in Western Australia we're coming into what we call the show season. So although the Royal Show's not until the end of September, the 1st of October, we have all our country shows. So we've been at Puringi, we are at Northern next week, and we did the Darren Field Day, which runs for 2 days.
So what do you do there? Do you have a stand or do you have an area?
So for the Perth Royal Show, I'm in what's called the Kids Nursery or the Cuddly Animal Farm, and there's multiple groups of us there with
So you're
different
not
animals.
in the Woolworths Pavilion?
No, but
Oh.
for the Darren Field Day, which is a machinery day, I'm actually there with the Wheatbelts NRM, and they help with salinity issues, tree planting, native animal breeding programs. So they have me there to help bring in the public to explain what they actually do, because although they don't keep all that staff, they are the people that go out there to help it all come together.
So at the Raw show, will
Yep.
you be sort of bringing some of your friends with you as well?
We'll have Winnie, the wombat, who we've previously had on. We'll have these guys that you've met today. We'll have our turtles, our lizards, and we'll have numerous snakes so that they're not overworked, because I think with the show they expect like 5,000 people or more a day, and a lot of those people want to have a snake cuddle while they're there.
While it's been raining, the zoo still operates,
Yeah.
obviously. What have you been occupying your time with? What's been happening?
The thing that I hate like the least, paperwork.
Oh, dear. Have you got some new animals?
Yes, we have Rossi and Hattie, which are our southern hairy-nosed wombats, which arrived from Adelaide. So Winnie, who I brought on, was a common wombat, and the importance about Rossi and Hattie is they're part of the ZAA breeding program, so they're allocated to us on the stud book program.
Yep.
And eventually we will be expected to hopefully get them breeding.
Now, the great thing about Red Zoo, you cater for little kids, students, groups,
Yep.
and you love to bring in classes as well. Kids
Yes,
can come
yes,
down.
yeah.
And what's so special about you is the kids don't just sit behind the fence and watch the animals. They can sometimes pat them and touch them and be part of it.
Yes, completely. They get to interact. And because we're coming up to the school holidays, a lot of schools are doing their end of term things. So we're getting our school groups come through.
What are we seeing here? Because I know one of our cameramen actually came down there.
Yes, so
On a
this is
weekend.
footage of some of our animals. That's our grey goshawk that you're seeing there, our blue and gold macaw. That's Athena, who we had in at the studio at one time.
Peacock.
One of our peacocks. We've got about 12 of them. That's our barking owl.
And I noticed something very special about your zoo. The animals aren't in cages. You keep them more free, I guess.
Yes, a lot of them are free range and that. The ones you see behind the barriers,
Yep.
it's probably more for the public safety.
But I love it. You've got so many. How many animals do you know yet?
750.
That's the latest count, 750
Yeah,
animals.
yes.
That's a lot of animals. And I know you've got the Tasmanian devil there.
Yes.
How are they
yeah.
going?
They're going really well. Obviously, we weren't allocated to breed this year, but we'll probably be expected to breed next year.
Fantastic. Look, there is never a good reason. It's always a good reason. You don't need a reason to go down to Red Zoo because they want you there, don't you?
Yes. Yeah,
Now, anything else happening you want to talk about today?
Just that, again, with the school holidays, we have our usual zookeeper for a day where you can send the kids along and kind of leave them with us from 10 till 3.
How good is that?
It's
School
amazing.
holidays, leave the kids there, take them in a bus, leave them with Red. Red will be screaming and yelling and say, I didn't want all your kids. But they can become a zookeeper for the day.
They do.
They can actually feel what it's like to work in a zoo
Yep.
and touch the animals, be with the animals, see how they eat, look after the animals, and feel like you're part of the family.
100%.
Fantastic. Now, these animals you've got at the moment, I did ask you off air, but what type of snake is that?
So a Harvey here is a southwestern carpet python. So he's a West Australian local. He's non-venomous, being a python, and we don't actually have poisonous snakes. We have venomous snakes.
What's special about Harvey?
Harvey, one
can
is
he
that
do?
Harvey is actually one of the first southwestern carpet pythons that was bred when reptile keeping first became legal for pet keeping here in Western Australia in 2004.
So where do you get animals like these? Because people were saying, does he get them on eBay? Does he buy them on,
No, well, Harvey's
Gumtree.
a special story because a friend of mine was the breeder of him who
Yep.
had given him to his niece and nephew, and they decided that they didn't want a pet snake anymore, so he was gifted to me. But most of them come from other zoos and wildlife parks from all over Australia.
So can people become a member of your zoo and pay an annual fee? Or
Yes. So it's called an annual pass, and if you're someone that wants to come down regularly, they can buy an annual pass, and it equates to 3 visits. So you've only got to come down more than 3 times, and you're getting
You get your money back. And how much does the annual pass cost?
So we have a range of them. So we have
awesome.
adult, family, and children one.
Best place to go to is your website, I'm assuming?
Yes.
redzoo.com.au. You will find the details. Please support them. During COVID, it's been a hard time for everybody. I know here in WA everything's open. We've had some bad weather, so it's gone a little bit quiet.
Yep.
And we need the money to keep these animals going and also the zoo going. Very important to keep the zoo going. What does the zoo mean to you, Red?
There's a saying that Buddha says that if you find a job you love, you never work a day in your life. And I've had other jobs in my life, so I guess being a zookeeper's never been a job for me. It's been a lifestyle.
You love your animals. You're part of it. Yeah. And can we just talk about the owl that's sitting there? Now, that's called a tawny mouth.
Tawny frogmouth. So
Tawny
the first thing
frogmouth.
is he's not an owl, because owls are birds of prey and you just tell
I'm
them to
sorry,
catch
is that
food.
why he's looking at me? Saying,
Frankie is a
please.
frogmouth, and if I bring my finger around here, you'll see these little feathers.
Yep.
That's how he catches and detects his food. So then he thought that was a moth flying past, so
Yes.
that's why he responded the way he did.
Amazing. And are they violent? Can they hurt people?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Oh, that's okay. Snake. It's okay. My hand was just a little bit close to the snake, and I saw it going. All I heard was, "Hello, snake. Do you eat pen?" What a lovely snake. I think it must be very tired. Must be time to go to bed. Anything else? Do you
No,
want to tell
look
us?
forward to, if you're at the Perth Royal Show, come down and say g'day.
Say hello to Red Sadie. You saw him on the
And
couch.
you can even get a pass that will get your child in free with a paying adult to the zoo.
What a lovely... You've really got to improve your friends. I think they're very scary. Hey, Red told me as well he's a chef by trade. So next time he comes in, we're going to get you to cook something up for us, Red.
Yep, no problem.
Sounds fantastic. I'll take my microphone back. They're very strong. Red Zoo, Ranger Red, thank you for coming in. Please support them. Check out their website. It's on screen right now. Please join up as a member. We'd love you to be there and support the local zoo as well. Red Zoo, there it is, .com.au. And check them out at the Raw Show.
Yep.
Thank you.
Cheers, thanks for having us.
Thank you. Now it's time to talk pizza. As always, Bites Pizza, different pizza, slab pizza. Red has actually tried it as well. Did you like the pizza?
Gorgeous.
Oh, look at it. Oh, it makes me hungry just looking at it. You could get yourself a $25 voucher thanks to Bite Pizza. All you have to do is send in the code word, which is Bites, your name and address on an SMS, 0439 929 929. That's 0439 929 929, and we would love you to be a winner. It's in Osborne Park, Balcatta, Erindale Road. So please, if you're in Mandurah, don't apply, because they will not deliver that far. They're not Uber Eats, and they won't do it for $4. But thank you to Bites Pizza for their support. There is a fantastic new movie that is coming out. I'd love to show you the trailer. It's called Star Dreaming. We'll check out the trailer and then we'll talk to the people concerned with Nisha.
A magical odyssey is about to begin. The world's oldest living culture and cutting-edge science combine to take us deeper into space than ever before. There to unlock the mysteries of the universe. Join us on this immersive journey to discover how science and ancient wisdom come together under one sky, a shared sky. See Star Dreaming in the Dome.
This is an amazing locally made movie right here in WA. Hopefully, if we can get international and national sponsorship, we would love to send it all around Australia and the world. Please check out their website at the end of the segment and you'll have details of where you can contact the producers and directors. But for now, we're meeting them on set with Nisha. Over to you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Fred. And an immersive film it certainly is, Star Dreaming. I'd like to welcome to the couch Julia Redwood. And you are the film's writer and producer. And I've also got written down here, very humble, you didn't tell me this, the West Australian of the Year business winner in 2021. So congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. No, it was absolute, that was a real surprise to me as well. Because, well, it was just a surprise that the screen industry got acknowledged under the Business Award, and that was just that was a buzz to get that.
Fantastic, and what a kicker into, I guess, the launch of this film as well. And I've got Mr. Perrin Bonza on the couch here too, and you're a well-acclaimed Australian Indigenous filmmaker as well, and you've
thank you very much.
Directing as well in this film.
Yes, very proud to have directed this film. It is actually the most recent film that I've directed, and it was my first feature film.
Yeah, fantastic.
So, it was just an amazing personal accomplishment for myself. And look, I just love watching it.
Well, congratulations to you both, because as we could see from the trailer, Star Dreaming, there's many layers to it. So maybe, Julia, you could start by telling us a bit about the type of film it is and what people can really expect when they come and see it.
Yeah, it's a dome film, so that means it's a 180-degree screen. So I like to describe it as virtual reality, but with an audience. So you're actually literally immersed in the screen.
And it's like planetarium, right?
Like
or SciTech here in WA.
That's right. So like any planetarium that you'll have around the world and over east, that you sit in a cinema seat and you lie back and all your peripheral vision is taken over by the screen. So it is an experience. It's like going on a ride, really. A sensory overload. It's sound, vision. It really does make people become, I think, actually totally taken on a journey, aren't they? They're really much more than just a flat screen. You literally are taken on a journey, and you are transported. You feel as if you're flying through space. It's quite weird, and for some people it's like, whoa, a bit too much. But you're literally, like, you're there, like you're flying through space.
That's fantastic.
So it's fantastic fun.
And either Perrin or Julia, both obviously can easily talk to this, but what's the purpose or the dialogue, the narrative behind the film? Because that's really exciting as well.
The purpose of the narrative. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I think that the narrative it brings us on this journey of discovery. So you have these two young protagonists, these two young children, Max and Lucia, and what they do is they take the audience on a journey through time and space. They take the audience on a journey also across country and Indigenous storytelling.
Yeah, so it's really mixing the science and our Indigenous history, which is really important here. And I'm hearing from talking to you guys earlier, that's a real passion point for you both.
I mean, for me to be able to tell Indigenous stories through Perrin and through the Yamaji artists we did this in very close collaboration with Yamaji Art, and they've just been fantastic collaborators. So we made sure that all the scripts and all the cuts went through them and that they were happy with it, but also culturally that it was appropriate, which was very important, that they had to be happy with it, otherwise there was no point.
Of course,
but also the science, Professor Stephen Tingay from Curtin University, a very well-renowned astrophysicist. He does all the science checks. So the science is right, the culture appropriateness is right, I hope. So it's been a real collaboration, this film, from many angles, many stakeholders.
Absolutely, and it's just an incredible opportunity to experience Aboriginal stories, Aboriginal culture in a completely new environment, on a completely new medium. I don't think there are any other Indigenous dome films out there, so look, you got to get along and experience it.
Oh, absolutely. It's so innovative, and it's a family focus too, isn't it? So the audience, who are we asking to come?
It's really designed for 8 years and up. But even we've had 6-year-olds in and just absolutely love it. There are two versions. There's a short version and a long version.
And what's the difference in time?
26 minutes is your short, 45 is your long. Look, we've had people come out going, I wish it was longer. They enjoyed it so much.
Wonderful.
But for those
they can
kids,
go twice.
Yeah, but they can go twice and see the bits that we had to cut out. But if you did have a young child that was maybe a little bit younger, then you can have the 26-minute version. But really, the film, the ultimate film, is the 45, and you'll get everything. You'll get to learn about how stars are formed, how we are truly all made of stars, how we all live under one sky, a shared sky. So it is a story of collaboration and reconciliation between modern science and Indigenous culture. So it's very exciting.
That's wonderful. And I just want to mention quickly, because time passes so fast, however, you guys actually, COVID, like in a lot of industries, put a bit of a slow, but you really sweated it out in a season that was quite tough to film this, didn't you?
Oh, absolutely. So initially we were planning on filming this in April in 2020. So I'm not sure if anyone's familiar with the kind of Pilbara region, even like up at the Kimberleys, but there's really only 2 seasons, wet and dry.
Yeah.
And so, we were supposed to film during dry season, which would have been a lot more pleasant. It's kind of their winter, but, COVID happened and, the production got pushed back by about 8 months, I think a year or something like that. And so we had to film during, at the end of last year. And it would have been wet season, outside, 45 plus degree heat. The humidity was probably 100%. It was incredible.
Well, a labour of love, quite clearly, from both of you, and a great mix of science and Indigenous culture for the whole family to come along to. Julia, how can we get tickets and where do we find out more information?
So, to find out more about Prospero, you can look at prospero.com.au. If you want to find tickets, then there is a link right below. Can I just do that again?
Right below. That's absolutely fine.
Sorry,
no, you're absolutely fine.
That wasn't very good. But there is a link apparently on the screen right now
will
for
be,
the Fremantle Maritime Museum. That's where you can get tickets.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for both coming on board. And that's why we all know this is live. And we did do a trick because poor Julia didn't have that.
Sorry.
Thank you so much. We look forward to hearing more about all of your work. Well done. But if you've missed any of that, guys, it's obviously on thecouch.com.au, our Facebook page, of course. But for now, it's back to you, Fred.
Thank you very much, Nisha, and thank you to your guests. Quick question for our guests. What's coming up next? Are you going to do another one after this?
I would love to do another Dome film.
Indigenous stories, very special.
I'd love to. They are really special. They need to be told. I think that some of the best stories we have in this country
So we
are
need
Indigenous.
a few people to buy this one.
We do.
We want to take it international and national, don't we?
Correct.
So contact Julia or Perrin, but go to the prospero.com.au website, write to them, get involved. If you've got money, get involved, look after Australia, great Indigenous stories. They need to be told, they need to be learnt, and they are wonderful stories. So thank you very much, both of you.
Thank you.
And don't forget to get your tickets now. Buy them now because the Dome is amazing and you'll love the experience. We're going to take a break, more of The Couch after this, talking customer service with Chris. Welcome back to The Couch and welcome back to our next guest. Chris Moyer has been away. He's been to weddings and more, had a great time, and now he can be bothered to come back to The Couch. No, he's back. And Nisha's back with him as well. She's smiling again. Well done, Chris. She's been sad while you've been away. Over to you.
I have. Thank you so much, Fred. Welcome back.
Good to be back. The Couch, by the way, went on production break too. So it's not just me.
It's the communication.
But it's lovely to be back. I was supposed to be back a couple of weeks, a couple of shows before, but couldn't be here for a particular reason. So I'm here today to maybe chat about it.
Excellent. Okay, so we're talking customer service.
Yes.
And I'm really excited about this segment. What are we focusing on?
Well, the reason why I couldn't come back on that first show is because Fred said, "Are you free?" And I said, "Well, it's my sister's wedding and I can't."
That's pretty important.
Yeah, I thought I couldn't really get out of it. And the ceremony was actually at the time that The Couch broadcasts as well, so that we do the filming. So we had a wedding at the Ritz-Carlton here in Perth, which obviously many viewers would have seen and possibly stayed there. And given that it is talking customer service, I thought let's have a bit of a chat about 5-star service. So I'm not here to review hotels. I'm not a hotel reviewer. I'm not a hospitality consultant. But I want to talk about, what are some of the things that we find that are very common at 5-star hotels, and what are the things I noticed, and maybe let's talk about them, and maybe see if your viewers have seen any of these things, or they might have things to add. Yeah,
I think that's awesome. And by the way, we let you off the hook. Your sister's wedding is a very valid excuse, or reason, should I say, rather.
Thank you.
So what is one of the first observations?
One of the first things I sort of noticed is, they make a fuss about everything, but I don't think they go over the top. Everything's a big deal. But what I love about it particularly is they do so with a lot of excitement. Now, excitement's a pretty key word, because if you're serving in a hospitality or a tourism environment, and every guest that walks in the door, you have to be excited to serve them, it takes a particular person to do that. Now, what is interesting is, we walked in, we got our 2 glasses of bubbly, but particularly my little boy who's just started, he actually started walking that day.
That's so cute.
He got his little rubber ducky with, the Ritz-Carlton written on it, but they knelt down and said, hey, would you like one of these? Aww. Now, the point is they probably do that for 50 kids per day, who knows how many per year. But the moment that interaction sort of, took place, what I love about it is it just felt so real. It almost felt like it happened for the very first time.
That's amazing. So as a customer, you're feeling pretty darn special at that point,
do.
Right?
That's right, yeah.
Gosh, what amazing service. And that re-energising. We'd like to ask the staff how they managed to do that on a daily basis.
To keep going, exactly.
Yeah,
so we move from there, and then let's talk now about the next thing that I observed. I was thinking about, the times when you call the hotel for something. Now, it could be, to send up something to the room, to move back, or even just to bring up a plate, or bring up some extra cutlery, or change bags from room to room, or something like that. I mean, we're there for a wedding. Yeah. And I think what's really interesting is, that 5-star hotels, nothing seems to be a problem. They will take care of things with no issue. So, you shouldn't feel afraid to pick up the phone and call. And when you do, they just do it so, gladly.
Do you find that quite intuitive as well?
Well, that was actually let's just go straight to the next one, because the next thing is, they seem to know what's going on. And that's a pretty key thing. And I don't just want to talk about, the Ritz-Carlton Hotel here.
Yeah,
I even remember when I got married, the hotel that we stayed at, the staff knew everything that was going on. I stayed at Como the Treasury, so another hotel here in Perth, locally. And, it was interesting because the staff knew that my father-in-law was waiting for the ladies to get dressed, and he was sitting in the cafe downstairs on his own, and they knew that he was the father of the bride. They just assumed that he was. And I think they're the interesting things that the 5-star, that you get with 5-star service, is that they know what's going on. They're always, aware of things.
Fantastic.
And also, probably another one to sort of add to that is that, they can also anticipate needs too. So they can think ahead. They can sort of ask questions like, you're here now, but did you want dinner a bit later on? So they're always for planning. They're like a step ahead of you.
Yeah, so it makes your experience very easy. It's before you turn your head, they're standing there kind of philosophy.
Exactly. And that kind of almost goes to the next one in a way, which I know we're probably segueing better than we're not rusty at all. No. And that's the next thing, though, that's interesting, is that they seem to, you said they're always standing there. They seem to be greeting you all the time. Now, the old, they're saying, like, when you greet someone, well, when you meet them for the first time, and maybe you farewell them, which is a type of a greeting, right? But what I love about, when you think about 5-star service, you get out of the elevators, they greet you. But not so much, they don't stand there and greet you, but, they might be at the other end, like where the cameras are here, like at the other end of the hall. They recognise you, and they give you this big wave and call out and say, hey, how you going? And both the people that know you from the day before, but also people that you've never met before. So I think there's this interesting thing that with 5-star service, you're just always greeted, which I think is just beautiful.
Family too. People remember you from the day before. You're not just another guest.
Well,
you're actually
you. When you're at a guest in a hotel, you should be feeling at home, right? And who's at home? Your family.
Yeah,
there you
beautiful.
go.
Oh,
that's it.
So lovely. Well, it sounds like it was an amazing wedding then, and reception. If you had this experience,
was, and I know the last time I was on the couch, I got my very first banner, which is talking customer service.
Yeah.
I should have actually had photos on here. We could have had them up, and I could have been clicking next time. So next time I'll have to bring some photos
got that.
in.
Cool. Oh, look, thank you so much. So I guess for our audience, they're looking for a 5-star experience. Any other sort of summary points or go-tos for them? Is there any sort of tips or advice that you'd like to add? Because that's a very good list there already.
Look, there could be more. And what's really interesting is we said 5-star because Ritz-Carlton is a 5-star hotel. But, something that makes me wonder about all of these points, about, greeting someone, about just thinking what they might need next, knowing what's going on. What was the other one we talked about?
Actually,
nothing's a problem.
Being intuitive.
Yeah, exactly.
Recognition.
And making a fuss, but making it feel like it's the first thing that they've done for the day.
Yes.
You could do that at a 2-star hotel.
Yeah, correct. It's humanness, right? It can be a good service. Oh my gosh, it's always so amazing and insightful to have you on the show, Chris. We've run out of time. It goes so quickly. Where to next? So, do you have any ideas about what your another wedding or?
Oh no, that's it. Family. Oh well,
that's whole family.
What are we going to do next segment? Yeah. Because the last segment I just come back from Broome. This one I just come back from a wedding, so I've got to think about.
Yeah. Oh well, stay tuned because it's going to have to be pretty good
to do some recon on behalf of the couch.
Okay. Well, where do we find out more about you, or where can we contact you rather for your services?
Absolutely, love you to get in touch with me and talk all things customer service as well. Chris@chrissmoyer.com.
Wonderful. Well, we'll look forward to your next segment. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
And if you've missed any of that, of course, you can get it also on our Facebook page and thecouch.com.au. But for now, it's back to you, Fred.
Thank you very much, Nisha and Chris. Chris, I don't know if you've heard, but apparently during COVID, during lockdown, people have bought 82,000 cars in August. So I think we need to find out how to buy a car. How do you deal with car yards? Because it seems if they're selling 82,000 cars in COVID, in lockdown, who's driving them? How are they test driving them? Because that's not an emergency thing, is it? But look, it's lovely to have you back, and I can't wait till you go to the Ritz-Carlton again after that fantastic plug. Of course, we need 2 beds, remember that. Thank you very much, as always. We love the Ritz-Carlton. Have I said that before? Nisha wants a room too. Is that 3 beds, maybe? And 1 for our floor manager, 1 for our... we need about 12 rooms. We'll be back with more after the break. I think Paul Elwyn wants a bed at the Ritz-Carlton too, and free breakfast. And we'll talk movies after this.
Connect with The Couch online through Facebook, Instagram and YouTube.
Welcome back to The Couch. Time to talk movies as always. Thank you for your company, can I say. Don't forget to check us out at thecouch.com.au. If you have a little bit of time, send us some feedback and information as well. Let me introduce Paul Elwyn. He's back on the couch. Welcome back.
Thanks, Fred. It's good to be back.
It's nice to have you back.
Oh my gosh, there's heaps more movies coming up. These ones that we've got are a little bit dramatic. They're all mostly dramas. There's one for the kids. That's nice. But yeah, most of these are dramas, but they're pretty full on. But they're pretty interesting ones, yeah.
Streamline.
Streamline's the first one. It is a sports drama. Pretty good if you're still like in the sort of Olympics kind of thing. This is pretty interesting to watch. This is Aussie production. This is the first one from Aussie director Tyson Wade Johnston. This one's called Streamline. It's out on the 2nd of September, so it's out now. Jason Isaacs is in it, who plays Lucius Malfoy in Harry Potter. He plays the dad of this kid. He's a 15-year-old prodigy swimmer, amazing swimmer. His name's Benjamin Lane, which is a little bit of a joke because like he swims in the lane, that sort of thing. He's coming up to the cusp of being an Olympic swimmer, a high level swimmer. His coaches, his mum, everyone wants to push him and for him to reach his dreams. But his dad, who was in prison, all of a sudden he's being released. And this is introducing a whole lot of drama, a whole lot of, is the dad, are his intentions good? Is he actually going to redeem himself, or is he going to bring him down with him, with his, past, that sort of thing. So yeah, very interesting and a really cool first movie from this director.
Streamline, check it out. It's out at the moment, 2nd of September.
Yes.
The Killing of Two Lovers.
Killing of Two Lovers. This was actually shown in the Sundance Festival. This is out on the 16th of September. This is a drama, kind of a drama sort of relationship, divorce, possible murder drama. The main character, David, he's got 6 kids. He's separated from his wife, and they've decided to, they still love each other in some way, but like they're going to be separate and see how that goes. All of a sudden he finds out that she's cheating on him, and all of the thoughts start going on in his head. This is all filmed out in the remotes of Utah in a small town. And what's going on with this guy? The main actor in this, he was in the Lethal Weapon TV series, Clayne Crawford. He played Murtaugh, the Aussie character in it, and he's amazing in this. But like amazing scenery, this vast desolate Utah landscape, but it's him trying to work out exactly what's going on with this relationship and his problems with this guy that his wife's cheating on him with as well, and
Very
keeping
dramatic.
it together. Yeah, very
And
good reviews from
exciting by the
Sundance
sounds of it
Festival
as
as
well.
well. Yeah.
Now, the next one is one that you've seen.
Well, no, what happened was I watched it, but it was with my nephews and my kids and that. It's Paw Patrol, the movie. So this is out on the 16th of September. They loved it.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was fun. So what happens is we got like the main dog Ryder and his pup friends. They're summoned to Adventure City to sort out what's going on. What happens is you've got the mayor Humdinger, and he's creating mayhem, and they're thinking like, he's going to bring the whole town down, so they got to sort it all out. This is amusing. I mean, you've got celebrity voices on this one from Tyler Perry, who does the Medea movies.
Yes, I love
We've
Tyler
got Jimmy Kimmel, Dax Shepard, and my wife goes to me, oh, yeah, did you know that Kim Kardashian's a voice in this as well? I was like, what?
Which one?
She's one of the female dog characters in this
Was
as
she
well.
barking a lot?
Yeah, probably. But like, it's a lot of fun for the kids. So this is cool. Like, this is the proper full movie of Paw Patrol.
And this one's out on the 16th
yes.
of September. Paul recommends it.
Yes.
Take your kids
watch
on
it
the
with
school
your kids.
holidays.
They'll love it. It's
This
great.
one here, I don't know how to pronounce it, but I'm assuming it's Pig.
Yeah, this one is just called Pig. It's very serious. The most important thing to know about this, it's got Nicolas Cage in it.
Oh, yeah.
So this is Nicolas Cage. Some of his movies, he's a bit crazy and it's a bit off the wall. This
I
one,
don't
he's actually
like him
quite
as an
dramatic.
actor.
It's weird. It's kind of niche, but like this one's interesting, especially if you're a Nicolas Cage fan. But what it is it's called Pig. It's all about the pet pig of Nicolas Cage plays an Oregon truffle farmer. All of a sudden the pig is kidnapped, and for him, he prefers to live out in the country and everything. And he goes, well, I have to find my pig because it's valuable, and it sort of keeps his mind together when he's out in the remotes. So he goes to Portland, and he used to be a retired chef. Hence the truffles and him cooking and that sort of thing. So it turns into sort of like a crime drama where he's trying to find out who's kidnapped his pig. He deals with all sorts of people, from restaurants to people that provide all the food to restaurants and various criminals for it. But it's Nicolas Cage in a dramatic role, and it's quite interesting performance from him.
Well, see, I'm not a big fan of Nicolas Cage, but I'm happy to give it a go.
The story is actually, quite
it's called
interesting.
Pig.
Yeah, it's just called Pig.
What a wonderful
Yeah.
storyline. The last one we've got is a great story.
Yeah, this one's
Joe
full
Bell?
on. Like, I saw the trailer to this, and I was like, wow, interesting performance. This one's Joe Bell performance. This one's out on the 23rd of September. Mark Wahlberg's the main character, Joe Bell, in this.
Plays the dad.
And then I looked up the real story behind it, and it's so heartbreaking because all it is, it's a small town in Utah, and Joe Bell, he's kind of a traditional like working class guy, and pretty much his son Jaden comes out. And it's how he's handling with it. The main issue is Jaden's he wants to be a cheerleader at school, and he's getting bullied at school. And in the end, there's some circumstances that happen, and pretty much Joe Bell decides to go on this sort of quest he goes, I'm going to travel for 2 years across the US and teach kids to say bullying, it's just wrong, that sort of thing. And
it's a great movie, great story.
It's so heartbreaking, and Mark Wahlberg plays this so well, and you find out more it's a real story and behind it, and the legacy behind it as well, because of the charity and everything from it. It's a drama, but it's
Do you know
pretty full on.
Lost in Space, the new series?
Yeah, you're happy that's back now.
Yeah, the young guy that's in that, the guy who plays Will Robinson,
yes,
Maxwell. I think Maxwell Jenkins.
Yeah,
he's actually in this movie as well.
Yeah, amazing actor. He does this so well.
Fantastic. Let's have a look at the top fives for this week.
Yes.
And they are as follows.
Top fives that we have are top 5 movies right now. Number 5 is The Night House. Number 4 is The Jungle Cruise with The Rock. 3 is Respect, all about Aretha Franklin. Number 2, The Suicide Squad. I watched this. I love it. It's so good. And number 1, Ryan Reynolds in The Free Guy.
I think that's about it for today. We're not
Yes,
going
it
to worry
is.
about the giveaway today. We've run out of time. We'll do 2 next week.
Yes.
Paul, thank you very much.
Thanks, Fred.
Thank you for your recommendation too for Paw Patrol.
Yeah, it's
We'll go
great.
out and watch it. Some great movies. I've actually got the trailer for Spider-Man, which we're going to have a look at
yes.
in the next couple of weeks. And there's a couple of other movies that are coming out next year. Big ones from Sony.
Huge.
And all the others. So thank you very much to Paul Elwyn. We'll catch up with you in a couple of weeks.
Yes, definitely.
We'll do
Thanks, Fred.
streaming actually in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And thank you to you at home. Thank you to all our friends in New South Wales and Victoria. Thank you for watching wherever you are in Australia. Thanks to all our wonderful crew. And can I say thank you to a new camera person. His name, of course, is Greg. Hopefully he enjoyed being on the show today. Thank you to Abby. Thank you to Petrian. Thank you to Charlotte. Thank you to Sonia. Thank you to Brendan for coming back. Thanks to Adrian, our director. And as always, my favourite of the crew, Alec. Thank you for doing great sound. We'll see you now, and Rocky in the tea room as well. See you next week. Keep smiling. Bye for now.